What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway that I do every single week on this channel. As you can see, I'm at propsmadeeasy.com. What's new? Only $15 a month. The best player prop tools in the market for only $15 a month. We swept NBA once again last night. It was another fantastic night. The tools were on absolute fire. If you haven't been convinced to use them yet, I don't know what to tell you. All right, I really don't. $15 a month. Propsmadeeasy.com. Let's get it. Let's get into the picks for today. All right. So, first things first, when it comes to the sports that have actual stat projections, we recommend you wait until around that 8:30 central mark just to make sure that all our projection source is able to be updated fully for the new day and all the data that's needed is in and updated and good to go. Okay? Just a little tidbit of advice just to give it some time to warm up and you're able to make sure you're getting the best, information that you possibly can. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, it's almost 8:30 Central here, so we're good to go. Everything looks up already. So let's get it. So, starting off with NFL tonight, we have Carolina and Chicago. When looking at these two teams, for Carolina, we have Bryce Young looking for his over passing plus rushing yards. PME likes the over. 226.5 on Prizepicks, 227.5 other places, which is a 1 sportsbook differential, which isn't too crazy. Nothing big, but a 233.1 projection, a 6.6 projection differential. Bryce Young is on the road in Chicago. Chicago's the favored team. Bryce Young might have to air it out a little more this game. Maybe not a little more because Carolina's not very good, but they're going to have to air it out in general. I like the over 226.5 for passing plus rushing yards for Bryce Young. And then when looking at the other team, for Chicago, there's only one play that's plus EV plus projection, and that's the under on passing plus rushing yards on Bajent. 216.5 is his line on Prize Picks. It's 213.5 other places, -3 differential. We have him projected for 211.9, -4.6 projection differential. So under on Tyson Bajent passing plus rushing, and then the over on Bryce Young's passing plus rushing yards is the way I like to go. And you can correlate that a little bit by adding Tommy Trumbull if you want, who's popping pretty decently. 7.5 receiving yards projected on Prize Picks, 9.5 on other sportsbooks, which is a 2 difference. He's projected for 11.5 receiving yards, a 4 projection differential. So you can go that way as well since you're going the over on Bryce Young. Going the under on Thielen wouldn't correlate fully. So because I like Bryce Young as my one of my favorite options for passing plus rushing yards, you can correlate that with the over on Tremble. Even though Tremble won't get a ton of run, the little run he does get, I mean, it correlates a little bit at least. Tyson Bajent passing plus rushing under, and then Bryce Young's over passing plus rushing. All right, NBA. Let's take a look at what we got for NBA, baby. Let's sweep once again. We got a small 2-game slate, so no need to force anything. Go with what is looking best on the tool and kind of just roll with it and do your thing. I normally advise people to like tone back their bankroll a little bit on small little slates like this, especially in daily fantasy sports where you only have a certain amount of options available to you. So a lot of people either end up having the same lineup or one guy messing up in your lineup and you're just completely ruined for the day. So with prize picks, it's the same kind of thing on small slates like this. I kind of tone my bankroll back a little bit. So, like, let's say if I would usually do $200 in props today, right? I'm just throwing out a number. Um, I would probably tone that back to about 100, 125, something like that. I'd tone it back a little bit. Unless I was just absolutely super confident in what I had, which Props Made Easy makes me confident. But on only 2-game slates, I've got that routine already. So I normally tone it back automatically on tiny slates like that. So, but Dame Lillard's at the top of the list for PRA for Milwaukee against the Pacers tonight. 36.5 is his line on Prize Picks. Vegas has the over at 120, which isn't crazy, but it is leaning over, making it plus EV on the over 36.5. We have him projected for 41.01, a 4.51 projection differential for Dame. So love Dame's PRA over there. When looking at unders, there's nothing too crazy that sticks out, but I mean Halliburton looks good at 4.39 there. Yeah, I'm probably going to roll with the under on Halliburton. Halliburton's been having a fantastic season. Um, if the Pacers are going to keep this game close, they're going to need some Halliburton. But at the end of the day, Halliburton can have a good game and still get under his 37.5. That's a high number. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, he's at the top of the list. Vegas agrees at the minus 120, so it's plus EV on the under 37.5 in Vegas. And then our projections are at 33 and minus 4.39 projection differential. So under on Tyrese Halliburton's PRA. And then over on Dame Lillard's PRA. It's kind of what I'm liking. Other honorable mentions that stick out to me early in the day. I like DeJounte Murray's rebounds of 4.5. I like Halliburton's blocks and steals. Let's see what else. Anything crazy? Under on DeJounte Murray's points plus rebounds, minus 125 in Vegas, 24.4 projection. But no, I mean, as always, it's only a 2-game slate, so we don't have a ton of options. So we're going to stick with what we got. We're going to go the under on the 37.5 PRA for Halliburton. Even though Halliburton's been great, I get it. Okay? I get it. Halliburton's been great. He's been fantastic. But the numbers say to go the under. Not only does Vegas lean under, but projection leans under, so I'm going to rock under. And it's one of the bigger projection differentials on the slate. So, and then over on Dame's PRA. All right, with that being said, there's there's one college football option, and that's the under on Jacarius Caston, receiving yards of 44.5. He's 43.5 other places, making it a minus 1 sportsbook differential on the receiving yards. So under on Jacarius receiving yards. No college basketball at the moment is in the tool, obviously. Baseball's over. We need to take that off of here in general. But NHL. When it comes to NHL, we're going to start with the over on Jason Robertson's shots on goal. He's at the top of the list. Prizepicks has the line at 3. They've been really getting these lines bumped to even numbers. Look at this. Look how many just even numbers. They're really not giving you much leeway on those half lines for hockey this season in general. But that's okay because we'll still take advantage. Jason Robertson's at 3. Vegas has the line at 3.5, and we have him projected at 4.11, a 1.11 projection differential. So we think Robertson has a solid game here, gets 4 shots in, and hits that shots on goal for us. So over on him, and then we're going to grab the under on Karol Marchenko. Shots is at 2.5. Vegas has the under at minus 130, so solid, decent juice on the under 2.5, and then projected at 1.88, a minus 0.62 projection differential. So under on Karol, and then over on Jason Robertson's where we're going to go there. For soccer, there's nothing plus EV plus projection on the board at the moment. League of Legends, under on Ruler for JDG is the best option at minus 1.5. For CS2, the best option is going to be the over on Queenix for Ecstatic. Map 1 and 2 kills. It's 26 on Prizepicks, 28 other places. A 2 sportsbook differential. Solid value on the over for Queenix for a static. And then the under on Cynics for the Witchers. Map 1 and 2 kills. 30 is the line on Prizepicks, 28.5 other places. A minus 1.5 sportsbook differential. So under on Cynics, over on Queenix. For tennis, the best options we have available is over on Martone. Total games of 22.5. 24.5 other places. That's a 2 sportsbook differential. And then the over on Adrian, over 22 total games. For MMA, we got some more that came in and big value here. And as you could see, our boy who was at the top is no longer at the top because he was bumped. Alex Pereira is at 50.5 now. I believe, I can't remember if anybody remembers what he was. He was in like the 40s when we got his over originally. So solid, we got some solid value there before he was bumped. But the top overall MMA option now is Joshua Van. Significant strikes, PME likes the over. 60.5 on Prizepicks, 69.5 on other places. That's a 9 significant strike differential over on Joshua Van's the best option on MMA over. And then no Dota, no Valorant. So NFL, going to recap. Let's just look at it real quick. When it comes to the best plays overall, you've got Dak Prescott's passing yards at 248.5 on Prizepicks, 242.5 on other sportsbooks, on minus 6 sportsbook differential. We have him projected for 246.5 on minus 2. Look, Dallas is expected to run an absolute train on the Giants. Like, they're going to absolutely dominate the Giants. Okay, so it's probably not going to need Dak's arm much. So I really like the under on his passing yards. Feels real good to me. Outside of that, when it comes to overs, you got Amari Cooper's receiving yards popping solid with a projection differential on over. Mark Andrews receiving yard over, looking good. Let's look at tonight's game. For Carolina, we have the over on the passing plus rushing yards for Bryce Young, playing from behind on the road. Probably going to need to throw a little bit here. And then for Chicago, we have the under on Tyson Bagent, passing plus rushing yards of 216.5. All right? For MMA, we're grabbing the over on Dame Lillard's PRA of 36.5, and then we're grabbing the under on Tyrese Halliburton's PRA of 37.5. Remember, tone it back a little bit. Only 2 games. Don't go too crazy. Tone back your bankroll a little bit is normally what I would advise on tiny little slates like this, where our options are limited. Jacarius Caston's receiving yards of 44.5. I like the under there. No college basketball at the moment. NHL, over on Jason Robertson at 3 shots on goal. And then we're going to grab the under on Karol Marchenko's shots on goal at 2.5. Soccer, nothing plus EV plus projection on the board available at the moment. Under on Ruler for JDG at 12.5. For CS2, over on Queenix for Ecstatic, map 1 and 2 kills at 26. And then under on Cynics for the Witchers, map 1 and 2 kills at 30. For tennis, over on Martone or Martin, however you say his name, of over 22.5. Adrian, total games over 22. MMA, the new leader of MMA significant strikes is Joshua Van, over 60.5. And then no Dota, no Valorant. If you haven't joined Props Made Easy yet, baby, what are you what are you doing? Only $15 a month. That's less than all these trash discords you see. That's less than all these other sites that have tools to try to help you on player props. This is way less at only $15 a month. The best tools overall. We have surpassed 5,000 active members at Props Made Easy. If you're one of the people who aren't a part of that 5,000, you are tripping. All right, this definitely needs to be part of your repertoire. And this is just coming from a fan of it in general, not because I'm a part of it and I'm helping the people behind it and, coming together and building something for the people, pretty much by the people who just love player props and know what people are looking for and what can help people the most. I'm coming to you as like a fan of it. Like, I love coming onto this. By the way, another reminder. Sometimes we'll have new people join Props Made Easy and be like, hey, it's a little harder to look at on mobile view on my iPhone or whatever. I got to scroll over, blah, blah, blah. Yes, you can see the picks on your mobile view. You can. But it's best and most easy to see everything and you can see the whole chart in general when you go to desktop mode on your browser. Okay, if you don't know how to use desktop mode on your browser, look it up, Google it. There's a way for you to, when you're on the internet and you're on propsmadeeasy.com, there's a way for you to change it to desktop mode and you'll be able to see a bigger version of the chart, and it's much easier to use that way. That's what I keep desktop mode on my phone for Props Made Easy. That's just how I use it mobile. If you're at home, use your computer. Obviously that's going to be the best way is desktop. But if you're on the go and need to make your plays, the best option is, yes, you can use mobile. It's just a little harder. You got to scroll over and all that. But desktop mode makes it real easy to see the best options immediately. All right. Thank y'all for joining me as always, man. PropsMadeEasy.com, man. Y'all go flood that up, hit that up. Let everybody know that Props Made Easy is the way to go, baby. Let's get it. Let's sweep again. Swept yesterday. Let's sweep again. Keep getting this money, baby. Thank y'all for joining me. I'm out. Peace.